Germany is going through some tough times right now. The economy is struggling, companies are shutting down, and many people are dealing with salary cuts or even losing their jobs. But at the same time, you've probably heard about Germany's massive worker shortage. The country needs around 400,000 new workers every year to fill the gaps in its workforce. And these two things seem to contradict each other, right? So in this video, I'm going to clear up the confusion and also tell you what industries are still in demand in Germany. Now, one reason why people struggle to find a job is, of course, the economy. And it's really important to understand why that is. Let's say Germany's economy is not in its best shape because of a mix of problems both at home and abroad. So one major issue that impacts all areas of business is the ongoing energy crisis. After cutting ties with Russian gas, Germany has had to rely on expensive alternatives or imports. And this has made energy much more costly for industries like chemicals, steel and manufacturing, which are key parts of Germany's economy. Many companies are finding it hard to compete and are even moving their operations to cheaper countries, which leads to job losses in Germany and less production in this country. And at the same time, global demand for German products has dropped in some areas. China, for example, one of Germany's biggest customers, is dealing with its own economic problems, so it's buying less from Germany. The German car industry, which is also a major economic driver, is also struggling. The switch to electric vehicles requires massive investments. But Germany is facing tough competition from countries like China and the US. And one more major challenge is Germany's aging population. With fewer young people entering the workforce, there aren't enough workers to keep the economy running at full speed. Even though Germany has tried to attract skilled workers from abroad, the bureaucracy and language barriers have made it difficult to fill the gaps. And this is especially hard on small and medium-sized businesses, which are the backbone of the economy. And the government is also under pressure, and it's trying to balance spending on energy, infrastructure, and climate projects while managing rising debt. So as you can see, there is a lot on the table right now. But the situation is also very tough in other countries. In fact, because of globalization, the whole world is kind of struggling right now. Germany is not the only country. Now, the weak economy is only one reason for why people struggle to find a job in Germany. Yes, the economy is not in its best shape now, but many people are still getting jobs and discovering new opportunities. So there are also other reasons why some people struggle to get a job in Germany. It has something to do with their overall profile and positioning. So one very common issue is having unrealistic expectations. I see this all the time, especially with expats and international students. Many people come to Germany with the thought that their foreign qualification and experience will automatically land them a high-paying job. I mean, in some cases, I hear that scammy education consultants abroad try to sell them Germany as paradise. So please be careful who you are listening to. Let me be very honest with you. Germany is not a fairy tale, and the job market here is very competitive, which means you're going to need to adapt to local standards. For example, German employers don't really care about the university name, but they expect applications tailored to the specific job, with CVs and cover letters that highlight your relevant achievements and also skills. A generic application that you send to multiple companies and roles just won't cut it. And it's also important to understand that finding a job might take a couple of weeks or months and require flexibility. You might need to start with entry-level roles or internships to build your credibility and also get your foot in the door. So having realistic expectations is always good before coming to Germany. And probably the biggest challenge for job seekers in Germany is the language barrier. Yes, there are English-speaking jobs out there, especially in international companies and industries like IT, but most roles require at least conversational German, which is the B1, B2 level of German. You're going to need it to communicate with colleagues, interact with clients, or even navigate official systems. A lot of people misunderstand or underestimate how important it is to learn German before they arrive. Well, some people don't even make it a priority once they're here. For employers, speaking German shows that you're serious about integrating into the culture and sticking around for the long term. Even if you are a software developer, you might need some German to join team meetings or understand documentation. That said, industries like tech startups or academic institutions often rely more on English, so knowing where to look can make all the difference during your job search. To help you out, I created a detailed video about the best way to learn German as a beginner. Check it out after watching this video. I put the link to it in the video description. But hey, it's not all bad news. You've probably heard of the worker shortage in Germany. There are indeed a lot of jobs in Germany where there aren't enough workers, and these are called bottleneck jobs or bottleneck professions. For example, healthcare jobs like nurses, doctors, elderly care workers, and paramedics are in high demand. Germany's population is getting older and they need more people to help in this area. My grandma, for example, is in an elderly care home, and yes, they have a real shortage. And the same also goes for education and childcare jobs, like teachers and early childhood educators. There are a lot of kids now, but not enough staff to take care of them. Then there are the skilled trades like electricians, plumbers, and construction workers. These jobs are super important to keep the country running, but fewer young people are joining these fields. AI automation and digitalization won't replace these jobs anytime soon. And let's be honest, everybody needs stuff fixed in their house. If you position yourself right and even create your own company in Germany in these areas, there's a lot of money to be made. I know a couple of cleaners and plumbers with their own companies who make way more money than the average doctor in Germany. And to an extent, skilled IT professionals are also still in demand. But in that case, I would say it's more senior level jobs. Keep in mind that most of these jobs need some kind of education or qualification. You can either do Ausbildung, so vocational training programs, or you can study at university. Now there's a huge list with these kinds of bottleneck jobs, so if you want to see a detailed video about them, let me know in the comments down below. Now if you're planning to move to Germany for work, the opportunity card could be a great option. It lets you stay in Germany for up to 1 year, work part-time, and look for a full-time job at the same time. It's a good way to explore the job market. But before you move, make sure to do your research. Check if your field is in demand and find out if you'll need to show German or have certain qualifications. For some jobs like in healthcare or engineering, you might also need to get your degrees officially recognized in Germany. If you are a student though, picking a degree in a high-demand field like IT, renewable energy or nursing can really help you find a job after graduation. Many universities in Germany have strong links with companies, and internships or part-time jobs during your studies can give you an advantage. Now, to improve your chances of getting a job in Germany, there are 4 actionable things you can do. So first, get your foreign degrees approved in Germany. And second, focus on in-demand skills. Areas like IT security, renewable energy, and elderly care are always looking for workers. So specializing in these fields can give you an advantage. And the next step is networking and doing research. You can use my videos to get a rough overview of the current sentiment in Germany and then go deeper, use platforms like LinkedIn, Stepstone, or even attend job fairs to connect with people and find job openings. By far, one of the easiest ways to get a job in Germany is through connections and referrals, because they give you access to hidden opportunities. It's much better compared to being one of hundreds of applicants on LinkedIn and fighting for your spot. And most importantly, I cannot stress this enough, please learn at least the basics of German. Trust me, 95% of the roles, especially in healthcare, teaching and skilled trades, require at least basic German. Employers see it as a sign that you're serious about living and working here. In case you are serious about learning German, check out this video next. Love you and stay focused.